So Christina, it's just a pleasure having you in Bermuda. I'm William Spriggs, Director of Cooperative and Economic Development at BEDC, Bermuda Economic Development Corporation. I'm speaking with Christina Jennings, the Executive Director of Shared Capital Cooperative. It's just so wonderful to have you in the island. Thank you so much for coming.
Well, it's a pleasure to be here. It's been great my first visit to Bermuda, but really a joy to get to know a little bit more about BEDC's work and to meet your team and your board and to meet a few folks from Bermuda to talk about cooperatives. It's been my pleasure.
It's been fantastic having you in Bermuda. Just for our listening audience, we met at the Impact Conference, the NCBA's Impact Conference in Washington, October of last year.
Yeah.
And I saw you again in Madison, Wisconsin, had some conversations, loved what you presented, how you presented it, and here you are in Bermuda.
Yeah, it's really a pleasure to be here. It's been just 3 days or so in the country, but it's been really wonderful to get to know a little bit more about what the work you're doing and more about Bermuda and to see the beautiful island.
Yeah, fantastic.
Thanks for having me here.
Today's Tuesday, June 4, 2019. You came in on Sunday, just a few days ago. Monday, you did a fantastic job, presented to our board, the Bermuda Economic Development Corporation board and team. Thank you so much for that.
Yeah, that
I
was
think
a lot
our
of
board
fun.
members had a fantastic time learning quite a bit about co-ops and certainly from the financing side. And then on Monday night, just last night, we had a great session with some of our sports clubs in Bermuda, that are eager to learn a bit more about how they can cooperatize their clubs. And here you are tonight in our public setting at St. Andrew's Church in Bermuda Church Street, and to be able to complete financing your cooperative business seminar. We had a great crowd tonight, lots of interesting questions. I think it's been interesting to see how your slides have changed from our board to the sports clubs last night to your final presentation this evening.
Been playing with the information to see as I've been learning about what's going on here in Bermuda and the different audiences. So it's been fun to get to be in the three different settings and to see to learn a little bit more about BEDC and the work you all were doing through the meeting with your board and staff. And then the sports clubs, I was really impressed by them, and then tonight a broader audience from all different areas of work. So that was a lot of fun.
Yeah. Just to go back to our sports club session last night, it's very difficult to get those young men and ladies out. Very busy. The management and the executive of many of our football, cricket clubs in the island, but such a worthwhile and noble cause. Many of them, as you've learned, have these assets, have these building structures, clubs that have been handed down, built kind of 50, 70 years ago, and are being stewarded by the executive of the day. Mm-hmm. And we talked about problems that they are in disrepair, single revenue streams like a bar, mm-hmm. in terms of the administration and project management. How does the community interface with the club to be able to use the club? All sorts of challenges, and I think we had some light bulbs go off last night.
Yeah, I think there was some real excitement about the possibility of really developing the businesses, of really thinking about different ways they could work together, whether there were cooperative solutions. Mm-hmm. So I was impressed. You've got both all the assets the clubs have, and then this terrific group of volunteers who are helping try to move things forward, but with limited time. And so if there can be some planning that can help them figure out how to maybe earn more revenue and structure that work so they can do more with what they already have.
Absolutely.
It's a great asset.
Yeah, and it reinforced, the work that BEDC does is to be able to kind of first focus on the business plan, because we talked a lot about, well, that's fine if you're looking to be able to raise 1.4 for the whole building program, kind of soup to nuts finish, but let's kind of break it down and what sort of value proposition, how does the plan have to be developed, and what is the whole communication strategy to get your members in the room to be able to excite them to give, to invest.
That's right. I mean, there's this great opportunity with their member base to be able to bring maybe more money to the table from those members. And so it is about figuring out what's going to turn those members, what's going to make them want to participate and give money. So I think that's what they'll have to think about. And I think many of them had some good ideas already. So that's exciting.
Yeah. And And we're keen to talk with you further about, to be able to kind of just have a dialogue with, what did you see, what did you hear? As you know, Bermuda is a neophyte cooperative ecosystem. We have no cooperatives with the exception of the credit union. And we heard tonight we've got the heart and soul with some condo associations and how the condo members work within themselves. So, very green, no legislation. And so just what are some, what's the low-hanging fruit? What are some of the easy steps, kind of financing-wise? What space does it make sense for BEDC to move in, to move past our microloans and our loan guarantees that we're doing, to be able to kind of have something that's practical but robust enough for cooperatives financing-wise on the island?
Well, I think that the microloan and the loan guarantees are a really great place to start, because often the issue is that there are entities that have those, but they don't want to work with a cooperative, and you already have BEDC has already overcome that challenge. Yeah. So you are looking at cooperatives. So now, using those tools initially, and then I think that really gives you a place to start, and then you'll get to see what businesses start to emerge and what their needs are. Yeah. And since you all are in communication with those businesses you're working with, you'll get to see. So I think you've got the tools already as a starting point, and now it's just getting those first cooperatives off the ground and seeing what else. But some of them, it might be getting them ready to go to the bank, and some of them it might be, for example, with the building, if one of the sports clubs is able to go buy a building, that might be bank ready with a little support from BEDC. So
sure.
I think there's a lot of, I think you've got the right tools in place to get things moving. So it's great. Yeah,
and I think tonight, with all what we saw, and as far as the questions and the comments, we had the individual there that was very keen on friendly societies and lodges, and then we had the young lady already in the cooperative, and then our golden senior at the back that was very passionate about what can we do, how can we start. And I think it was very clear that we had some interest there, and we tried to be able to share that, hey, millennials, and I think we heard it from the audience, they need to be in the room. Yeah. And how can we excite them, that generation, to be able to, first learn and, learn up about what it means to be able to embrace a co-op structure.
That's right. And you had one of the folks from the sports club that was there last night back tonight and saying that they're interested in starting to talk about a business plan for a cooperative. Yeah. That was exciting. Yeah. No, I think it was a great audience that came from a number of different backgrounds, thinking about, in terms of thinking about the type of business that might be appropriate. And I think that's really promising, because there's so many different options, and it's going to come out of people sort of seeing the possibilities for something they're maybe already trying to do, and what would a cooperative solution could offer them as the next step.
Sure, so, fantastic, yeah. And it was interesting to note just what was your feeling? I mean, I tried to go there throughout the evening to be able to shape the different ways I offered BEDC's help and service. Yeah. To be able to kind of just always prick, we're here no matter what's on your head, whether it's individual, whether it's private, whether you want to be able to bring any members to brainstorm, business planning. That's always interesting to see, how the energy transforms to be able to, the next steps in the room.
Yeah, I heard several people sort of say, okay, now we know that BEDC can help us with this, the business planning part or these other pieces, and I think that is critical, because often the question is, where do we even start? Yeah. Can we go talk to someone and see what could happen next? So it seemed to me that people heard that, and that's a retry that allows it to kind of move to the next stage. Then, fantastic. Your schedule is going to be booked, I think, for the next couple of weeks.
Yes, we hope so. We hope so. Yeah, I just want to give a plug to Denise, who's behind this video camera right now, on her excellent work with laying out the evening program for you.
Thanks. Great job.
Denise, thank you so much. And, Christina, a small token of our appreciation for, certainly your presence and your time in Bermuda. Okay, so Denise, thank you again for all the wonderful work that you did to prepare and draft and design with your creative talents and the Financing Your Cooperative Business, our seminar booklet of number 4 learning resource. So Christina, a small gift.
Thank you very much.
To be able to take back to Friendly, Minnesota. And Denise has been kind enough to be able to go out and give you just a little care package there of Bermuda treasures and history to be able to kind of take that.
Wow,
Thank you so much again.
It was enough of a gift to get to be here with all of you, and I appreciate being able to take something back, however, even though it's unnecessary. I appreciate it. It's really been a pleasure. You all are doing work that is really, dear to my heart, and I feel, joy to be able to kind of learn a little about what the work is going on here that relates to ours and to learn from others. So thank you. Should I look at what's inside?
You can if you want.
Oh, fabulous. Oh, beautiful. Book about Bermuda. This is beautiful.
Yeah.
I don't know if I,
A little photo collage.
Oh,
You've got some BEDC gifts there.
wow.
Yeah,
Great.
to always brand us.
Yes.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Okay, fantastic.
Oh, look.
And another picture scape, yeah?
Oh,
In terms
really?
of to always keep you close to us, your family and friends, yeah?
Yes, and that blue water, yes, you do have an amazing blue ocean around you.
Thank you so
Beautiful,
much.
thanks.
So Christina, in the spirit of cooperation.
Thank you,
so
William. It's
much.
been a pleasure working with you.
Okay.
Thanks.